Can I join?
Yeah, sure.
Daddy, that's so cool. Well done, Daddy.
Daddy? Who are you, man? What's your age? How are you so fit?
Myself Viswas, I am 55-year-old man. I am diabetic and hypertensive. The secret of my fitness is I strongly believe non-pharmacological therapy and lifestyle modification.
How do you know about all this?
My friend recommended this. I will give him the number.
Hey bro, how are you? How is life da? What life da? What happened da? I feel not healthy. Did you visit a doctor? Yeah, I visited. He told I'm diagnosed with diabetes and hypertension. I don't know what to do. I'm hopeless. I don't know what to do really. I'm hopeless. Don't worry, da. Today I met a guy. He was not a guy. He was an old man, but he was very, 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 very fit. And he told me about some non-pharmacological therapy and lifestyle modification. He gave a contact of his friend. I will contact him. Hello. हाँ सर.
Hello. Yeah, Nikhil.
हाँ, your friend Vishwas gave me your number.
Yeah, Vishwas was telling about it.
I have to meet you. My friend wants to meet you. He has diabetes and hypertension at a very young age.
Oh. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll just meet him somewhere. Yeah. You can just give him my number. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Coming. Coming. You must be Niranjan. So you must be Niranjan, right? Your friend Lingit was telling me that there's some health problem for you. Come on, tell me, what can I...
Hello, Mr. P. I'm Niranjan, 30 years old, and I got already diagnosed with diabetes and hypertension. My friend told me about non-pharmacological therapy and lifestyle modification. Can you help me out?
Yeah, lifestyle modification is the solution to all problems. It's basically you would stop doing what you like and start doing something you don't really like. It's that moving away from comfort zone that improves your life. I've been hearing about hypertension and diabetes being excellently controlled by yoga. Have you considered that?
I haven't practiced yoga, but I know something about it. I have heard about it. Yeah.
Even if you start doing yoga from today and every single day, it will not be enough because the problem here is your food. If you take poison every day, nothing can save you.
Everyone told me about salt and oil reduction, and they told me it helps a lot in controlling diabetes and hypertension. I don't have idea of how to do it, and can you help me out?
So, dietary modification is the cure for diabetes and hypertension. Without changing your diet, you will never be able to come out of the vicious cycle of diabetes and hypertension and save yourself. I think your doctor is talking about the DASH diet, which is basically diet associated to stop hypertension, which is as a component of increasing your potassium intake and decreasing your sodium intake. Sodium is very bad for you when you're a hypertensive or even when you're not, because it increases your risk for hypertension. And for diabetes, sodium only hastens the process of morbidness. Oil, along with sodium, is the biggest enemy to both of the people. Coming to how we can reduce salt, we can start eating less outside food because they're usually high in salt, and also at the same time they usually are from a lower quality of oil and are highly deep fried. We can start using the air fryers decrease my sodium intake and oil intake by using air fryers, which are very cost effective and basically use minimal oil. They almost cut down on 80% of the oil usage that I would use if you just deep fry it normally. As for salt, I think it is best if you completely change your diet. So you might be worried about developing goiter if you don't eat salt, because you need iodized salt to prevent goiter. But instead of depending on salt as your source of iodine, you can be having natural foods which are rich in iodine, like beans, egg, and milk. And as for your daily diet, you have to understand that all fruits and vegetables intrinsically have some salt within them. Alright? Your satiety, your taste buds have really only evolved based on how much salt you've gotten them used to. If animals don't need salt, then why do we need salt? We are also at the end of the day animals. Spinach especially is rich in salt in itself. So I make sure to never even add a single bit of salt when I'm having spinach. In general, I try to cut down on salt, and in my family we do not consume any salt. If I am able to sustain myself without consuming any amount of salt, it is entirely because of the health, the emotional support, and their own dedication to get rid of salt from their diet. My family and my friends, we have done this together, and we have stayed in this together. Now, even if I eat normal food while others eat, I feel it to be extremely salty. So you know that it works. Initially, it's a little difficult to get used to having less salt. But with time, you will feel that maybe salt really is not necessary for what we eat. I make sure especially to avoid packed food and preserved food because they're extremely high in salt. That is very, very bad. And beyond that, they have preservatives, which does not help your diabetes or hypertension. Beyond this, there is nothing more that you can do except completely abandon salt. Salt and oil differently, you can always look at them as a common enemy and completely avoid any outside food which are rich in both salt and oil. I know oil is supposed to consist 30% of your daily calorie intake, but that does not mean you have to add additional oil to the food you're already eating. In fact, what you eat naturally, half of your diet should definitely only consist of fruits and vegetables. They have more than enough fat and salt for you to get all of your basic requirements. For you to cut down on everything, your primary enemies would be pickles because they're preserved, they're rich in oil and salt. This is very harmful and detrimental for your health. And then your papad and any deep fried food that does not come from an air fryer. You should switch over to air fryers to cut down on the oil that you're using. They're both cost effective and better for your health. And also, avoid reusing the oil multiple times, as if you use the oil many times, it leads to formation of something called trans fatty acids, which is very bad for your heart. Next, I always try to use a mix of oils rather than one oil, because then your body gets used to a different proportion of the fatty acids, and that is always benefit rather than making it used to one thing. You have to understand, at the end of the day, you are battling with your body in these kind of diseases. And the easiest way is to control your tongue. By having less food, less oil, less salt, and less sugar, you can be as fit as anyone in the world. Thank you.